Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick intro video on this General Lee build. As in my previous video, I'm going to be doing the MPC Snap version of the General Lee. This is the newer version. The mold is only a few years old, I think. So I was going back and forth, wondering if I was going to do a junker build or if it was just going to be a normal build. I was leaning a bit more towards the junk build because I never did a rusted out build before, so I wanted to do body holes and this sort of thing, and there's a few things that I wanted to try. But then I decided what I'm going to do is essentially do both. And what I mean by that is this is the body. So what I'm going to do is half the car is going to be in good condition, the driver side. Passenger side I'm going to do as a rusted General Lee. I'll put it on a base, and when you look at the base from the driver's side, the car will look like it's sitting on a road or something like that. And then when you look at it from the passenger side, it'll look like it's sitting in a field or bushes or whatnot. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but it means the snap kit, so I don't really care. I'm just going to use it to try a few things. So for the rusting, I'm going to let me take this out of the bag, guys. Sorry, all the crinkling. So for the rusting, I'm going to use my Dremel and thin it out on the inside to where the plastic is almost transparent, so it's very thin, and then use the point of an X-Acto knife or something like that to poke the holes through and see how that turns out. The other thing I'm going to do as well that I've been wanting to try with regards to weathering the inside of the car, I'm going to basically do the same thing with the seats. Use my Dremel on the inside, get it really thin, poke through it with a X-Acto knife, and then fill the back side of it with a makeup sponge that I'll tear it up and make it rough, paint it like old aged foam, and just see how that turns out. I guess you could do the same thing if it was like an old 50s car or something where it has actually metal spring in the seat. You could easily take some wire, bend it into a spring, and then put that inside the seat to make it look like exposed springs. I don't think this car, in these years, I don't think they would have had a wire spring as well as sponge. I think it would have all been sponge and just springs on the bottom. I'm thinking if anybody knows different, if you could let me know. So that's the plans for this car. This body, being a new mold, it's actually fairly rough body. I don't know if you can see. Let me see here. See it around that window? It's really... And unfortunately that's on the driver's side, which is the side that I want to make it look like it's new. Same thing around some of the edges. It's pretty rough front here and stuff. It's now it's MPC, so it's not like they crushed anybody's expectations, I wouldn't suspect. I'll be using these wheels for the driver's side. I'm not sure about the passenger side yet. I may put some Steelies or something, I don't know. And here's what I meant with the seats. So the rear seats are molded in, but what I'll do is I'll use the Dremel and really thin it out here, and then in here, and then in here I'll poke the root, make holes, probably remove part of it. Put the sponge in from the back, rip it up, make it look rough, and then paint it to look like old sponge. That's the plan anyways. I'll see how it works out. I'm also going to try to do some torn carpet type thing here. Same thing with the front seats. I'll do the exact same thing. So anyways guys, that's the plan anyways. We'll see how it goes. I have a few days off, or quite a few days off actually, for Christmas. I will be out of town for part of that, but I do hope that when I'm in here that I will get some actual bench time in. I want to get some time on the Bismarck as well, and I'm hoping to try and finish off that Stormtrooper helmet. Like I said, those builds are for somebody else, and I'm starting to feel a bit bad now that I've had them for so long. So the P-34, I think I'm going to put this back in the box, just take it off the bench and just get it out of the way for a little while until I'm ready to actually get back into doing that. I'm having some issues with getting the body and the chassis together, and it's really starting to wear on my patience now. So I think I'm going to put that in the box just to get it off the bench. The other thing, I'm a bit all over the place here now, but the other thing I'm going to try and do, this is the second figure for the police diorama, and if you see the hair, to me it looks like it's way too far back on her head. So I might try and use some epoxy sculpt and try and sculpt a bit of hair in the front here, see how that goes. I did order another one of these figures just in case it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, the next time I build it I'll try and somehow get the hair further away, further ahead. But as you can see, the hair is sitting pretty much exactly where it should. It's just on the front. To me anyways, it just looks like it's just way too much forehead showing there, I think. My opinion anyways. So I'm going to try a bit of epoxy sculpt on that, see what I can do, kind of a mess I can make of that. Other than that, I haven't done anything with that diorama in quite a few months now. The other thing I've been working on here and there, The other thing I've been working on here and there, a little off and on, is this Piper Cub. I thought this was going to be a simple build, but it's actually a fair amount of flash and stuff on this kit, I'm finding. So it's not going as easily as what I had thought. And this cowling is particularly troublesome. I've had to add a lot of reinforcement on this just to get it to go together. There's really no glue points on it. That's the problem with it. So I'm ready now to put the bottom piece on it. Then I can attach it to the hull or to the fuselage, and then I should be able to continue on with this build. So other than that, guys, that's about it. I know it was supposed to be about the General Lee, but turned into a bit of a bench update as well. So anyways, guys, I know I mentioned my other video, but again, if this is my last video for a year, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and hope you stay tuned for some updates.